Hi, welcome. Today as I record this, it is the day before New Year's Eve, which is a great time to reflect on the past year. No doubt it's been a challenging one. So let's just take the next half hour to focus on our body, our breath, and all of the goodness that we have in our lives. We're gonna start by planting your feet firmly on the ground, scooting forward in your chair so that your back is not resting on the back of your chair. And again, you can use any kind of chair, like a kitchen chair works really well. You don't need to wear any special clothes or buy anything new. Just be here and be all here. So just close those eyes. Lengthen that spine, sitting up tall as you can. Imagining that there's a little string attached to the crown of your head and it's pulling up. And just focus on the breath. Turn those thoughts inward. Taking into account your body, how it might be feeling today. And as you do so, lengthening the breath, slowly deepening it with each inhale, thinking of grateful thoughts with each exhale. It's so easy to focus on the negative, especially when there's so much negative around us. So we're just going to take the next half hour and focus on ourselves. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for taking care of you. Place one hand on the heart and one on the belly. Feel those hands rise and fall with the breath. Sending that breath to some areas of your body that might be tense or stiff or sore. And then all together, we're going to take one deep breath in, all the way in, filling those lungs up completely, feeling that bottom hand rise with the inhale, and then letting it all go through an open mouth like you're blowing out a candle. We'll do that 2 more times on your own. And then slowly lower those hands down to your lap. Just let them rest gently. And then maybe keeping those eyes closed, just lower that ear down to your shoulder. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed. Drop the opposite arm down to deepen that stretch right in the top of the shoulder and the side of the neck here. Just let everything hang heavy. And then bring that arm back into center. Roll the head slowly over to the other side. Drop the opposite arm and just let everything hang. I got a swanky new light from my sister and her family for Christmas, so you might notice if you've seen other videos that you can see me a little better, so thank you to the Smiths. Bring that arm back into center, sitting up tall, and just begin to make slow big circles in your chair. Really starting to loosen up that lower spine. We're just starting some gentle movement here. This might feel good in your lower back. I know my lower back is always stiff. And then we're going to go the other direction. I apologize if you hear an airplane. I am in my bedroom and we live in South Minneapolis, so. And come on back to center after this last one. And keep those hands on the legs. We're gonna inhale, starting our cat-cow. Arch your back, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, curl that spine and look down. Inhale, arch and look up. And exhale, curl that spine and look down. Being mindful here to use that entire spine. Really taking time to push out on the exhale. And open up that chest on the inhale. Moving with your breath at your own pace. We'll do one more round, no rush. And then be back in center when you're done. Now inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale down to one side. Inhale up, exhale down. Just going up and down as much as you can. Not pushing it, but working with your breath at your own pace. Always up on the inhale, always down on the exhale. We're working on our oblique muscles. Loosening up that side body. We'll do one more on each side here. And then return those hands down to your lap. Take a deep breath in. And all the way out. We're gonna inhale those arms all the way up. Heel till those feet to touch and then twist to the right. We're just using our core strength to twist here. We're not grabbing onto the chair and pulling. So we're working on spinal flexibility and spinal strength. And core strength. Pull those knees together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. For more of a challenge, you can look at that back hand, or you can look straight ahead. Come back up to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down to one side. For more of a challenge, bring that arm across your head. Be careful. Your feet are firmly planted on the floor and you're sitting in that chair, not tipping out of it. Come on back to center. We'll slowly make our way to the other side. Rotating that top shoulder back so the shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Come on back up to center. Now we're gonna heel toe those feet out. Then we're gonna inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down first, and then release into a forward fold. Make sure you have a good seated position. And just let everything hang here. Just go as far as your body wants you to go today. We're not pushing, we're just letting gravity work. The belly is between the legs. You're breathing here. slowly walk those hands back up the legs. Heel toe those feet in, and then scoot forward in your chair a little bit. Grab that right knee, squeeze it in. Now you can grab on the outside of the leg or the inside, underneath the knee. I'm gonna grab underneath the knee because I have a little bit of a knee injury right now. Sitting up tall, this is called wind removing pose. Roll that ankle out. The other direction. So this pose is working on hip mobility, flexibility, digestion. We're pushing on our ascending colon at the moment. And lower that leg down and pull the other one in. This is the other way to do this, grabbing on the outside of the shin. Now we're pushing on the descending colon. Everything's related. Go the other direction with that foot. Bringing our attention back to things that we're grateful for. Lowering that leg down. We're gonna squeeze the right one in one more time, and then ankle goes to the knee. The knee just falls where it wants to go. Make sure you have a good seat on your chair. Sitting up tall, we're gonna bend forward. Bending until you feel the stretch in that hip. If you need a little bit more stretch, you can push down on that right hand, pushing that knee down. But just go until you feel a stretch and then stop and breathe. We often want to hold our breath when we're uncomfortable. Great job. Come on, slowly back up. Lower that foot down. Squeeze the left one in one more time. And then ankle goes to the knee. Knee falls where it wants. Sitting up tall. You're on both sits bones here. Bend forward. You might notice that there's a difference in the sides of your body. This hip is much more stiff, so I don't go as far on this side. Just being aware and breathing. Bringing to mind something you're grateful for today. Come on, back up to center. Lower that side down. Feet are hip distance apart here. We're gonna inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Fold forward. Right arm stays down, left arm comes up for a twist. Twists are so good for our bodies. Lower that hand down. Walk those hands back up the legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Fold forward. Left arm down, right arm up. Lower that arm back down. Walk those hands back up the legs. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, give yourself a big hug. Walk the hands back as far as you can and then cross the legs. Then we're gonna squeeze those arms together, squeeze the legs together. If crossing your legs isn't accessible to you right now, you can cross with the ankles. But the focus here is to squeeze the arms against each other and then squeeze the legs against each other, bending over. making yourself into a tiny little ball. This is eagle pose. There's a lot going on in this pose. The only thing you need to worry about though is keeping that breath going. Unwind, uncross. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, bring that other arm on top. Cross the other leg over, either at the knee or the ankle. Squeeze everything together, bend over. Think of a challenge that you've overcome this year. Unwind, uncross. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Take a deep breath in and all the way out. Good, now scoot back in your chair. Lift that right leg up, flex the foot, left arm. Sitting up tall, like we did in the beginning of class, lengthening that spine, flexing the foot, thumb up to the ceiling, and breathe here. This is a spinal balance. Lower that side down, right leg, left arm. Flex that foot, sitting up tall. That side down. Now both feet come out. Flex the feet. Sit up tall. Arms above the head. Look between those hands. Lowering the shoulders, lengthening the spine. Chair down dog. Breathe. Release. Beautiful work. Take a deep breath in and all the way out. One more time. Everything comes up. Working all the main muscle groups here. If this is hard on your neck, you can always just look forward. Remembering to lower those shoulders. Beautiful. Now scoot forward in your chair again. Bending the right leg. Left leg goes out to the side. Left arm up and over. The right arm can stay right on that leg. Or for more of a challenge, you can push it into up to the leg. But we're really just working on lengthening, reaching up and over through both sides of the body here. One long line between your fingers and your toes. Come on back to center. Work your way way to the other side. That right leg out, right arm up and over. And then coming back to center, we're gonna leave those legs apart. Feet are pointed out about 45 degrees. Arms are up to goalpost, we call this. This is goddess pose. Sitting up tall, take that right arm, bring it to the inside of the leg. Straighten the other arm, and then push into that leg. Both sits bones are still on the chair. This is goddess with a twist. Come on back up to center. And make your way to the other side. And then back up to goddess. Beautiful work. Scoot back in your chair again. Left leg comes out, left arm comes out. Foot is flexed. That right hand meets it and twists open, reaching for the toes. Lowering the leg, inhale, arms up. Exhale, other side. Lowering the leg, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Take one more deep breath in. And all the way out. And now stand. We're going to go next to your chair, or you can stand behind your chair. One hand goes to the chair, feet are hip distance apart, legs engaged, palms forward. Keep one hand on that chair, close those eyes. Tadasana. Come back to the breath. Come back to gratitude. Hope for the future. Blink open your eyes. Keep one hand on the chair. We're going to work on some balance. We're just going to lift up one leg here. Lots of options here. You can stand with your toe on the ground. You can lift up your leg or lift it up higher. You can even straighten that leg. Lots of choices. Hanging onto the chair. Maybe just hanging on with a couple of fingers. Maybe you're going to hover that hand and lower that leg down. And we'll go to the other side. One-legged Tadasana. And balance postures. We're working on the standing leg. We're also working mostly on the core. So bringing that belly button in toward your spine. Focusing on something in front of you that is not moving will help. that helps the most is thinking positive thoughts. Lower that leg down. We'll go back to the first side. We're going to do a pose called Fallen Angel. So one hand to the chair, one leg out to the side. I apologize, my screen isn't big enough. One leg up, so you look like a 5-pointed star here. Again, you can have your toe on the ground. I invite you to practice these poses throughout the day. Standing at your kitchen counter is a great place to do them. So if you're making toast, waiting for coffee, and lower that side down. We're going to move to the other side here. Do the other leg. Leg out, arm up. Going back to the positive thoughts. I was kind of a non-believer of this until I tried it, and it actually had amazing results. So instead of thinking I'm going to fall, think I am strong. Beautiful. Now go behind your chair. Hanging onto the chair, facing the side. Left leg back, left arm out. We're gonna hinge forward, or you can stay right where you were. Anywhere between toe on the floor and a capital letter T. Hanging on this to your chair, but maybe to challenge your balance, you can close your eyes. And just show how much vision plays a role in balance. Come on back up to center. Turn around and do the other side. Right leg back, right arm up. Hinge forward. Come on back up to center. Standing behind your chair, take a deep breath in and all the way out. You can stay behind your chair. I'm just going to move mine a little bit so you can see me. Feet are hip distance apart. We're going to sit down in that imaginary chair. Hands come to heart center. Your weight's in your heels, so you should be able to see those toes. You should be able to wiggle them. I want you to lift up that chest. Keeping one hand on the chair, or maybe both hands, is just fine. Remembering that your body is stronger than your mind thinks it is. Breathing here. Feeling grateful for the body that you have and the opportunity to do yoga. Slowly rise up. Our final balance pose, next to last pose in class is tree. So kickstand that foot on the ankle. Bring the knee back, opening up that hip. Stay here or grow your branch up. Bringing to mind your favorite tree. Maybe it's a Christmas tree. Maybe it's a frost-covered tree. Maybe it's a big old burly oak tree. Lower that arm down. Bring that knee in. Stand on both feet. Take a deep breath in. And out. And then make your way to the other side. Kickstand the heel, open that hip up. Stay here. Grow your branches. Feeling grateful that we live in a world with such beauty as a tree. Lower that arm down, bring that knee in, stand on both feet and take a deep breath in and let it go. Then return to your chair. We'll prepare for a final resting pose called Shavasana. Many yogis believe that this is the most important pose in yoga. That all of the postures we just did was in preparation for this important pose. So relax in your chair, get comfortable, settle into stillness, close those eyes, and let everything go. I'll guide you out when we're done. Slowly deepening the breath. Bringing some movement to those fingers and the toes. Hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me today and practicing your yoga class. I invite you to spend some time in quiet reflection or meditation. The light and the teacher in me honors the light and teacher in each of you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.